Right, so what do you think? Is one dark bead the backside of Priscilla gonna one-shot her or not? From her dialogue, mind you. Not when she becomes a boss, but from her dialogue. Because I'm pretty sure once you aggro her again and you run back to the fight, you don't get the dialogue option again. I think you don't get that. Literally what? I remembered from the last time the entire gang pulls up all of a sudden. Oh wait, I needed to lose health. Oh shit. Well, we're gonna have to go back to the poop method. I mean, I guess I can be inside here. I might as well talk to her while I'm toxic. You know what, actually? Quite adorable, you know? And then there's the Miyazaki feet. We are matching with the scythe as well.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest
I'm sorry, I cannot do that.
thine desires shall be requited not.
Are you on the run?
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. Thou must return it. This land is
Right. Beat the feet. Oh shit, so you can kill her from it.
What's it?
What the hell are you still moaning?
What seeketh thee?
What?
But why? What seeketh thee?
What the fuck?
But why? What seeketh thee? But why? What seeketh thee?
I don't think I've ever seen this bug even on YouTube.
But why? What seeketh thee? But why? What seeketh thee? But why? What seeketh thee? But why? What seeketh
I think I got double souls from her as well, by the way. I think I saw 60,000 souls plus twice at least.
But why?
This is becoming awfully erotic at this point.
But why?
Okay. Yeah, I think that was enough of that. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not gonna go ahead and say that that's a world's first by any means, but holy shit, is that weird. I need to watch that after this session. I need to see if that's a common bug or something. I have never seen that in like hundreds of hours of playing this game and like, I don't know, 30 like new game cycles of this game. Of running this game, like speedrunning this game like pretty fast, completing your build, running these areas like fucking like one entire like playthrough in a single day. We talking like that fast. In like 30, 40, 50, however many I've done of fucking those in hundreds of hours of playing this game. I've never seen that. Ever. Not once. I wonder how rare that is. Wait, what? There's supposed to be... What? Uh-oh. Did I just softlock myself? There's supposed to be an animation that plays when you... Like, there's a cutscene. What? Okay, I'm getting a bit scared now. You are not... Can I say anything yet? Almost killed myself with that. Great. That's the wrong item. There's no fucking way, right? Did I just find that bug and then I softlock myself? In the only place in the entire game where you can be softlocked. I'm honestly not sure what the fuck I'm gonna do if this is softlock right now. There's nothing really that can be done right now, if that happens. Because progress in this game, like many other games, is tied to the save file. I need to be much more careful with that shit. Yeah, progress is tied to the save file. It's not tied to like the version of the game or something, so like reinstalling the game, for example, is not actually gonna do anything with this. Like, I would actually have to use some hard cheats to be able to fly myself out of here or something, or warp from every bonfire, regardless of having Lord Vessel or not, or something like that. Like, I would actually have to use some mod like that to be able to pull this off. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No. No, that's not... Dude, what is fucking happening on the save file?
But why? What seeketh thee? But
Okay, so don't kill Priscilla before... Okay, so don't kill Priscilla as a one-shot. That's what we learned from this. Don't do that, or this fucking shit can happen. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I genuinely have to, like, mod the game with something that allows you to warp from bonfire to bonfire. Even from bonfires that normally don't allow you to warp. That's, like, the only thing that I can really do, like right now. Because it does not modify the save file, it modifies how the game works. So that means that if I use something like that, then I can use that mod momentarily, and then I can uninstall that mod from the game, and it will just work. That's like literally the only thing I can do right now, if I don't get out of this.
But...
What if I quit reload the game while I'm standing inside this dialogue?
But why?
If I can.
What seeketh
That's
thee?
like the issue. I can't even open the menu.
But why?
Like, I need to be way the fuck here to be able to... And her dialogue overrides it, of course, too.
What seeketh thee?
I have another idea. What if when I'm standing on this dialogue,
But why?
I alt for the game like this? This might also have an odd way of forcing it to work. Forcing the game to, like, accept that Priscilla is dead with the, like, game check or something. Okay, this is definitely like the top 3 weirdest things I have ever seen while playing a Souls-like game. I don't think any game, but this is definitely up there too, but... Yeah. From Software games, this one is definitely somewhere in the top 3. Absolutely, this is really fucking insane. It puts me here. Oh, here we go again. Nope, it does not play. Yeah, you can't actually survive that plunge. There's a cutscene that plays. There's a cinematic that plays where your character jumps off. And then you get ported back. Okay. And I can't even normally warp right now, but I don't have the Lord Vessel. So, not only do I need some kind of mod to first get me the fuck out of here, but I also need a mod that allows you to warp without the Lord Vessel. That's like literally the only thing that I can do right now. Otherwise, this save is actually softlock. Because once again, progress in most games is not tied to what the game settings are, it's tied to your save. So, I would have to remove the save the character build entirely to get it out of here. So it's actually just... It is a genuine softlock. I was literally joking that this would happen at some point, but fucking here we are. Okay, so... Surely there is some kind of fucking warping mod. No requirements for warping. Or DLC... What? Or DLC access. Removes arbitrary Lord Vessel requirements so warping will be enabled from the very start of the game and streamlines the process for accessing the DLC areas. Update. A better method of unlocking the warp function from the beginning of the game, plus many useful features, is now available here. What is this? Better bonfires. Warp to any bonfire. Warp to any bonfire that you've lit. Warp option always enabled. No Lord Vessel required. New Game Plus is triggered by bonfire menu option, not forced. Okay, so... Added bonfire to undead parish bonfire. Because the thing with something like this, however... Warp to any bonfire. I mean, it should work, right? Because I needed to heavily change the way bonfire events are handled by the game in order to make this mod possible. If you load an existing save instead of starting a new save, after installing this mod, you will need to revisit every bonfire you've already lit in order for them to show up on the warp menu. Are you fucking... Well, at least it doesn't say that it removes the save or something dumb, right? Dude. Dude. Let me see. Simply put the event folder included in the download into the game's installation folder, overriding the game's original files. If you're using the Streamline DLC access part of the mod, I recommend you start a new playthrough or New Game Plus after installing this mod to ensure everything works as intended. Well, that we don't have to do, so I guess that's fine. Right, so does this have any... really? Wait a minute. What? This person has removed the normal download. Wait a minute, what? Installation. Simply put the event, map, MSG, and script folders included in the download into the game's installation folder, overriding the game's original files. I advise you to make backups of the files overridden first in case you uninstall mod later. Okay. Dude. This right here, because I needed to heavily change the way bonfire events are handled by the game in order to make this mod possible. If you load an existing save instead of starting a new save, after installing this mod, you will need to revisit every bonfire you've already lit in order for them to show up on the warp menu. I guess it's still better than being entirely softlocked. Fuck is this? Ah, fuck it. I guess I really don't have an option right now, do I? Right, so I guess we have to mod our way out. Yeah, if this happened to you when if you were playing on console, you're out of luck. Your entire save is just fucked. But because we are on PC, we can do something about it. Just fucking great. Well, let me go ahead and just mod that in, and then we have to literally go into every bonfire in the entire game for them to reappear on the fucking warp menu. Like, what the fuck are you smoking? Dude, like... Actually, what happened? Wait a minute. You can run from Anor Londo to the previous areas by using one of those albino rat-looking gargoyles. That's gonna... like that escort can take you back to Sen's Fortress, and then you can walk your way back. I'm pretty sure you can. So that's something we can do. Because I need to be able to warp away from Anor Londo after I have the Lord Vessel, preferably. These I have to paste where? The games folder? That's where this goes? Dark Souls, event, MSG. How do you install this thing? Simply put the event, map, MSG, and script folders included in the download into the game's installation folder. Right. Let's see. Event, map. Oh, they actually are here. I see, I see. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Backing this up is not a bad idea, because I can just, yeah. Because, like, the upscale textures as well as the better reflections in water mods can have conflict with this also. So it's a good idea to back up this, actually. Now. Okay, so that should simply just work. Okay, so did a mod just save us from Priscilla's moaning for the rest of eternity? It would appear so. Why is there only 2 bonfires here, though? Firelink Shrine are all... Actually, you know what? I don't care. Oh my god, now I do care. I can only go the... You know what? I know I can travel back to Honor Londo by walking. I will take that. As long as you get me the fuck out of here. And remind me, by the way... Oh, you know what, actually? Oh, this is insanely fucked up, actually. I can never, on this save, I can never go back to the Painted World of Artemis on the save. Because I can soft lock myself literally repeatedly every time I go there. Because every time you go into the Painted World of Artemis, the bonfire that is in there is cut off from the rest of the bonfires in the game, so you actually can never warp away from there normally. So the only way to get out of there is by taking the plunge with the cutscene. And because that doesn't work, I will literally consistently softlock myself every time. That is so fucked up. But yeah, thank to the random person who made that mod, because otherwise I would have to remove the entire save. Like, I genuinely would be actually entirely softlocked from the save. From any progress anywhere. That is so insane. Absolutely outrageous. Now let me just remove these files. So I remove these 4 and then I just get them back and it should work. Right? Maybe if I get lucky, I'm gonna be able to see like... well, actually, no, maybe not, actually. Let's run to the nearest bonfire we can and see if it's linked or not. Because the modder did say on that one file there that after you remove the mod, you're gonna have to like light the bonfires for them to like show up in the warp menu. But that's like in the warp menu. So like, I don't have the Lord Vessel yet. So maybe once I get the Lord Vessel, the game is gonna like reset itself. So I actually can warp into every bonfire again that I have already like lit. Or maybe not. The mod was not very specific when it came to that. But yeah, what is the closest bonfire here? I guess the Undead Paris one? Let's go to that one. Because I need to go there anyways, because of, you know, I need to go back to Sense Fortress and run back to Honor Londo, and you know the deal. Yeah, well, that is something that I never thought I would have to do in DS1. Heck, I have... Okay. As many times as I have joked of getting softlocked in these games, the amount of times I have actually gotten a softlock is like... maybe 3 times in my entire life from Software Souls games when I played them. Or maybe more than that. It's like... it's very long time in between I have gotten softlocked. In between. But then again, I have played these games for like what? 12 years? So like when you take all of that time into account, it's not that surprising that I get softlocked like here and there. But that is definitely one of the most memorable ways that I have ever gotten softlocked. For sure. Permanently or eternally moaning Priscilla, and we literally cannot get out because the cutscene does not work, because the game thinks that she's still dying. The game thinks and is stuck on the fact that she's death looping. So the game never actually thinks that she has actually died. Also, this bonfire is already kindled, so... or lit. Not only is it lit, but it's also kindled. So there's a good chance that we are actually able to just... warp back to every single bonfire we have gone to. So that hope still exists. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna run back to Honor Londo. And I'm gonna get to maybe the bonfire where Solaire is. Because I don't feel any tired yet, that's the thing. But like, I'm just kind of looking for a good spot to stop though. Exactly, but I don't feel tired. That's a weird thing. Like, I don't feel like tired like at all. Which is actually kind of unusual nowadays. Usually like when I play these games, unless I, you know, do that like the first thing like in the morning, you know? Like if I play any more than like say 4 hours, like anything that is like 3.5 hours or more, I start to feel already like quite a bit tired, but now it's like I feel about exactly the same as when I started the session today, so that's very rare. Usually it's not like that nowadays. Yeah, I wish I felt like this all the time. Later on during the afternoon hours. Or I guess if we're talking about like when I woke up last time, I guess this would be more like... this would be more like the early evening hours by this point, I think. If we take into account how many hours it's been when I woke up. And yet I still don't feel tired. Oh wait, this is the way we need to go. Oops. Yeah, so I need to put like a sticky note somewhere here that says that don't go to Painted World of Ariamis on this save. You will regret it. Yeah, that. I think. And then we will probably be okay, I think. This is definitely one of those things that my friend who also plays these games, I think he will have a good giggle also from this shit. I don't think he has ever seen anything like this either. That'll definitely be a first for him. How fucking insane is that? The most actually no, that is the most insane way probably I have ever gotten softlocked in From Software games. Or heck in any game. But especially in From Software games, that definitely tops the chart. In the only place in the game where you can't warp out of or get out in any means necessary that is disconnected from the normal in-connected. Like, what place in DS1 is something that you cannot simply walk in and out of normally? The only place in the entire game... There's two places. There's two places in the entire game. No, three actually. If we don't count DLC, we can't count DLC, that's unfair because we teleport somewhere else entirely. But like, it's the Abyss where you kill the 4 kings, you have to warp out of that place. It's the Undead Asylum when you go there the next time. The Crow is, the Crow is the only way you can get out of that place. So unless that does not work, but you can still warp out of there, that's the thing. And you can also warp out of the Abyss as well. So actually, neither one of those two places are actually softlocks. Unless you get stuck there and you don't have the Lord Vessel, then they are softlocks. But Painted World of Ariamis is the only place, not DLC included. Actually, no, even in the DLC. Every bonfire in the DLC, you can warp to. Yeah, there's not a bonfire in the DLC, I don't think, that you can't warp out of. So, the Painted World of Ariamis is genuinely the only place in DS1 where you can actually get permanently softlocked. Even if you have the Lord Vessel. How insane is that? The only place in the entire game, at every point in the game, regardless of how much you have progressed the story, that you can get softlocked out of. Or you can get softlocked out of the entire game after. And I get softlocked in that exact place. How insane is that?